So today we're going to do a meditation, really fun one. And please understand that some of these people on some of these women on this call have been with me for a while. So they have been doing my meditations or have been meditating for a while. So they're more advanced. If you are more of a beginner, then please don't judge your meditation. Just understand that this gets better with practice. I promise you, you have to be consistent with it. This is the key to your success, is the consistency of what you do. You cannot go in and out and with a certain practice and say, well, it didn't work, I'm going to check out and find something else. That's what people do all the time. And this is not where you will have success. You want to think of yourself as an athlete. And I love using the analogy of an athlete because they are so single-mindedly focused on what they want to achieve. They do not let anything stop them. At least the most successful ones. The successful ones don't let anything or anyone stop them. You have to have that same mentality. You cannot let the distractions of whatever your doctors say, whatever social media says, whatever your family or friends say, distract you from what you want. You have to be so single-mindedly focused on it that you just don't care what other people say, because you know within yourself and you believe within yourself that it is true for you, that it is what you want. When you can do that, that is when things start shifting, and then the external world starts to change around you. When it does that, it's beautiful, it's magical, and I want all of you to feel the magic of feel the magic of it even before the baby comes. Because if you can feel the magic of your reality before the baby comes, the next logical step is for the baby to come. But if you're mired in the doubts and anxieties and the fears, you cannot get up to that point. You can't. So you have to work on figuring out what it is that makes you happy, what makes you feel calm and peaceful, what soothes you. Those are the things that you have to focus on, and less on the outer trappings of what you need to do on the action list, because that action list is more of a distraction. It keeps your mind engaged, but it keeps you out of your body and listening to the guidance that's always being given to you. You are being guided. You have such a strong desire that your soul is guiding you. Your baby is guiding you, and your guides are guiding you. I promise you that. But you have to quiet the inside enough in order to listen, and listen to it. A lot of people get these messages, but then they ignore it because they get way too much in their head, and they start to overanalyze and do things that seem logical and rational. Nothing about this is rational or logical. Please tell me, how is it rational or logical that an egg and a cell can come together and combine and create an entire beautiful human being? How is any of that rational or logical? So don't try to put that structure of rationale and logic on it. You're going to way overanalyze it. So sink into your body, sink into your intuitive feelings. You are being guided all the time. You've got to quiet your mind and remove the distractions. Okay? So let's go into meditation. So if you're driving, stop, park in the side. And if you use blindfolds and headset, then go ahead and do that. That's usually helpful to just remove as much distraction as possible. Journal and pen, in case you get messages. Hydrate as well, because that helps with your little synapses and let your body function better. Get comfortable in a seated position. Or doesn't have to be seated, just as long as you don't fall asleep, because this is an active meditation. It's a quickie. Once you're comfortable, connect with your breath. Watch your inhales and your exhales. Allow your mind to clear. your body to relax. And this is about focusing your energy inward and into your body. Let it come out of your head. Let your awareness come out of your head. If your thoughts drift, bring it back to your breath. Your breath will be your anchor. As soon as you notice your thoughts drifting, your attention wandering, bring it back to your breath. It's very, very natural. I want to emphasize, do not judge your meditations. Sometimes it's easier than others, and sometimes it's difficult. It's more difficult because of the distractions or whatever's going on, and it's okay. Just stay with your breath. And then when you feel like you are calm enough, focused enough, go ahead and black out your mind's eye. It may not necessarily be black. Just blank it out as much as possible. And the mind's eye is that inner screen that you see in your mind when your eyes are closed. When you black out your mind's eye, you're entering the void. This is a dark, comfortable space to be in. It's infinite space of infinite possibilities. And this is where I work from in my meditations. Because you can create anything in this space. You can access all knowledge. If you feel yourself getting distracted, bring it back to your breath. Now, as best as you can, everyone's going to be different in their ability to visualize, so it's completely okay because it's about the feeling. But we'll start with the visualization aspect first. So visualize in your mind's eye, in that inner screen of your mind, yourself heavily pregnant, close to birth. So visualize that as best as you can. If you just see it as energy, then that's totally fine. If you can't visualize at all, then just feel into how you think it would feel when you're that pregnant. So you're going to focus on the feelings instead of the visual aspect. So as you're creating that visualization, know that this is a possible timeline for you that's accessible to you within this void, within this infinite space. Linear time is a construct of the human mind. Time happens all at once, past, present, and future. It's really no time. All sorts of dimensions and timelines are happening all at once. And so in this space, you can access any of that. And so you're basically accessing your future pregnant version of yourself that has materialized your vision. So how is she looking to you? Is she happy? What is she doing? Is she just standing there in front of you? What's the environment like? What is she wearing? Is there anyone with her? Your partner? Maybe your other kids, if you have? If you can have this image in your mind, this can be a reality, or at least the feeling of it, if you can't visualize. So now, assuming that you have that visualization locked in place, I'd like for you to turn her around or walk behind her. So you're facing her back. And then the present you, the you who you are right now, is going to walk into her, step into her from the back. So feel the heaviness of her belly, the weight of the breasts filled with milk. There might be a little bit of discomfort in the lower back, stretching of the skin. What do you feel as you embody that pregnant version of yourself about to give birth? What emotions come up? Those are the emotions that you want to put in your journal. If you're able to break away from the meditation in order to do that, to write in your journal. To really feel into the body of it, into the energy of that pregnant you. What feelings, what emotions are you experiencing right now? What sensations are you experiencing? I'm going to give you a little time to just feel into that. Now, as you stay in her body, in that pregnant body, I'd like for you to ask in your mind, what do I need to know at this time to get me to this point, to get me here? And then listen. Don't question it. Just write it down. You only need the next step. You don't need the entire path mapped out. What do you need to know at this time? And then if you feel like you're complete in terms of receiving the communication, you can thank her for providing that advice, that guidance. Stay in there and invite your spirit baby in. Invite your spirit baby in to come into that body. And then spend time with your spirit baby, connecting with them, seeing how they're feeling, how they have been. Asking them if there's anything that they need from you. What can you do? You ask them, what can you do to help bring them into this physical plane? Are they ready? So write anything that you get in terms of communication down in your journal. And just spend the next couple of moments with your spirit babies. If you're connected with your spirit baby, it's totally up to you. If you want to stay in the meditation space and infinite space with them, you can just end the call and stay there. For those of you who are ready to come out, you let your baby know that you're leaving at this time, but you'll be back soon to visit them. And then you'll step out of your pregnant body and thank her for the guidance that she provided. And then let them drift off first before you come back.